Andrew, Mary, did you have a passport?
Yes, of course she had a passport. She had permission from us to marry Andrew.
So did you guys get like a passport right after that or something?
No,
I don't
Kathy
remember.
went over to marry
I don't
Andrew.
remember.
Oh, in England?
Are you filming?
Yeah.
Japan.
Kathy went over to Japan to marry Andrew.
Mm-hmm.
So we had our doctor that was a friend of ours make out whatever, and then we had it legally done that she, from the parents, that she could marry Andrew in Kyoto.
That was because I was
Kyoto?
over 18.
Yeah, by then she was.
How old were you, Kathy? Were you
She
13?
was almost 20. She
Don't you know that?
was about 14.
Yeah.
She was 14.
Okay, now
Was he
Mom,
19?
you're the one that
She was 18, I think, right?
together because don't we put
better
meat
let
on
Lizzie-
first and then
You
onions
better
and then
let
cheese?
Lizzie help you.
Well, I don't know when Lizzie can.
Lizzie needs to come over here and give me a hug.
What did you put on first, the meat or the onion? Meat, onion, and then cheese?
Why does this thing have problems focusing?
Well, what else do you want to put on it?
What are you guys cooking?
It's the top, yeah.
You love me madly.
Don't need 2 pieces. Not right now.
Oh, don't say that.
Every oven is different.
So when did you guys first meet?
I thought you guys knew how to do
August the 20th, 1971.
I know you.
So tell us about it.
Well, we were invited down the ship, the
No.
hospital.
So how did Kathy meet this ship in the first place?
Well, we met Andrew, and of course there was a party going on. So Nora told me to go call Kathy and her girlfriend, because he had a Chinese friend, and Kathy had a Chinese roommate. And so they came down and she met Andrew, and
Right down.
then the next day, why,
So the whole reason they met was this whole Chinese roommate thing.
No. Don and I hosted foreign ships that come into the
well,
port.
we were part of the group that went down, part of the group that hosted.
Okay.
Okay.
And we called Kathy. Come on, bring it over here. Bring it over here.
It's
Now, wait a minute.
I worked at a hospital,
yeah.
and the hospital gals got together and for years hosted foreign ships that came into the port of Vancouver, right? No, the port, pardon me, of Vancouver. One night, or day, whatever it was, an English ship was coming in, right? So I said, gee, Kathy was a sophomore in college, and I said, gee, I think Kathy might enjoy an Englishman or a gentleman, right? So
You're kind of playing matchmaker from the beginning.
I was a matchmaker from the beginning. Oh my God.
I do not remember.
She didn't
So
even
you
know.
are-
Well, you
See,
weren't
this is
even
why
there.
she's telling you the story.
See, she wasn't even there.
Yeah.
So I called Kathy and her little roommate, Mary, who was Chi Ling, Chinese, and said there is an English ship coming in tonight. I think because we had such good times hosting
Yeah.
these different Norwegian ships or
Yeah,
whatever
they were-
came in, but I thought the English were very much a gentleman.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. So, Don and I went down, called Kathy first and said, hey, there's a ship in tonight. Now we're talking about a port.
Yeah.
It could be, iffy. I said, take a taxi, blah, 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 and come to whatever. Where were you? What port?
Vancouver.
I mean, what?
Pier 2.
Pier
Port
2.
of Vancouver.
Pier 2, Port of Vancouver. Have the taxi take you there. So, of course, Don and I are there before Kathy and Mary. So,
What did I
walking-
say to you that night?
what? Oh, no, she didn't think she could. That's right, you were very busy
Crossing
doing
the head.
hair. Except for maybe she'd be there, and maybe she wouldn't. Okay. Okay.
That's what Poppy has to say about it.
I want to tell this story of my two favorite people. One of my two favorite. Go on. Somewhere else, honey. So anyway, we get down there, hosting the ship like we always did. And there is this gangplank you have to go up, you know, to the ship. Am I correct? Is that correct? Honey, go somewhere. So here is this. I'm talking handsome man. I'm talking a good say.
All dressed up and
Never mind. Turn it off. Turn it off.
No. We're in the middle of it.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
He's doing okay.
This is real
Poppy's
life.
had some.
Well, this is real life. That's true.
Well,
Would either get it or don't, Don.
Take a drink.
Come on. Take
that's
a
what we
drink.
did. It went down.
We're live now after Poppy's coughing mishap. And as Andrew says, he has decided not to pass away on camera.
You guys.
He's still alive
Very
and kicking.
considerate. Very considerate.
Is there even a thread of thought to continue here?
Does
Yes.
he know we're making a movie here? And he's,
I just a
I
thread.
don't. All I remember is there's some English stud waiting at
Okay,
the top of
this-
the.
That's right. Oh no, he was a gentle. Oh God, he was good looking. So we're walking up this
That's what used to be a nice
Now
guy.
get this. You got to get this action.
Okay.
I said to Don, he's on my right, and I said, "Ooh, it
that's your left.
nudged him."
He's on your
I
right.
know that. I know that. God, darn it.
He's on your
He's
right.
still my son-in-law. I nudged
focus on
Don
this.
and I said,
Yeah.
"Ooh, if Kathy could see this, because that man was totally handsome."
Might have been an asshole for all we knew.
Right.
That's all she's carrying. Well, now we know.
No.
Anyway, she told me.
Andrew was a perfect gentleman. Eh? Eh?
She told me.
was.
She told me go call Kathy.
And anyway,
And I did.
we started.
I went to a
not
payphone on
Okay,
the dog.
yeah, but why?
You
Just-
didn't.
Yes,
You were
he
told
did. So let me tell you why we were worried. Kathy wasn't.
Yeah.
Didn't come, and she didn't come. We're down in the, port. Not too good.
Yeah.
That was daylight.
So Andrew thinks she's about 13 or 14, I guess, didn't you? You thought she was some
Well,
kid.
anyway.
I said, no.
Never prejudge anybody.
And now you don't remember this, I bet
Oh,
you.
there's more cheese here.
You don't remember this, I bet you. So I said, Andrew thinks she's a kid, and I said, no, she's a sophomore in college. And he says, oh, well, in that case, and he goes through the motions, he would dive in and search for you don't remember that, do you?
Have complete recollection.
Yeah, he had a few.
He'd had
A few.
Yeah,
A few.
It was doctored.
Anyway, that is that Kathy and her girlfriend Chiling, they both did make it eventually. And that's how my
They got to
darling son-in-law.
So what was like their first meeting then? How the other day?
Yes.
So how did he ask for his number?
Andrew was so hard to get. He just sat there and he was. Everybody else was making a complete fool over this beautiful blonde.
Oh, and he played hard to get,
He played hard to get.
and it worked.
Then we're sitting at the bar. This even gets better.
Yeah.
I have a good memory. This even gets better.
Yeah.
So we're sitting at the bar. Here's Andy and I and Kathy, and I just happened to look up, and Andrew was looking around and sizing Kathy up.
She had
and
a
down.
short skirt on and she was
No,
standing
no,
by
no,
the
no.
bar and he was sitting back there going.
No, she had a bareback summer dress on.
And he was really, his eyeballs were out about 6 inches. He was really eyeballing it.
Totally ignored me.
Ogling, is that the proper
yeah.
adjective?
Didn't he?
Except for him.
He was hard to get.
So
Everybody.
anyway, a little later, the party's going on, and I look around and my daughter's not there. And I
Oh,
thought,
this was
now
long.
where the hell did she go? So I started, I walked up the stairs and walked up down the hallway, and there he's in his cabin. And so he turned around, looked at me, and I said, I said, you wouldn't happen to have I had to put a cigarette out, but you wouldn't happen to have a light, would you?
It's all done, sweetheart. It's really all done.
Because I was checking to see where my daughter had went.
He wasn't there, I tell you.
No, she wasn't. But I was checking on Scoundrel here.
No, he
The
had gone to
scoundrel was a
bed.
good boy, it turned
He had
out.
gone to bed.
You had your suspicions, huh, Poppy, right from the
And my
beginning.
suspicion,
I was down with the rest of the people.
I was just checking.
Oh, is that right?
So how did they end up? So how did you get her number? I mean, that's kind of, you know, I mean, these people show up, foreign country. I mean, that's kind of.
He invited her back down the next day to the ship.
Ah, okay.
So I'm a little bit hungover. And,
So he was feeding you free drinks, OSC?
well, they weren't free to him. But anyway, so Kathy says, in the afternoon, Dad, I've got to go down to the ship because I told Andrew I'd come down, you know, whatever. And I said, well, I don't feel like it.
No, we both had.
And she wouldn't, anyway, she wouldn't go without me. So finally I said, oh, okay. So we went back down to the ship. And
And her mother.
did you go?
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. Didn't I, Andrew?
Yes.
You bet.
I was watching Ramblin' Rod
Yes.
with my suspenders down around here.
Ramblin' Rod.
Rambling, Rod, what the heck is
It
that?
was
The
a.
cartoon
No, it
series.
was a Sunday.
Anyway, I could read his lips. I was quite a ways away from him, and I could see his lips. He went, oh no.
Oh no. Oh, Donald, you're terrible. You know why we didn't? Did you tell him why we didn't want to go the
And
next
I
day?
had cleaned
You were too hungover.
20
I was
rooms
hungover.
that day.
We had partied so much all
Probably
night.
changed 40
Yeah, well, I
beds
had a
because it
hangover.
was on
I
a
didn't
Sunday.
It was Andrew's fault, as usual.
Yeah,
It
right.
was Andrew's fault.
Led us astray.
Getting the parents all liquored up.
Yep, yep.
Oh, does he have to put this in?
No,
Anyway, that's how they met. And
Before the chat.
I kind of think it was almost love at first sight.
It was blurry, but I think you might be right.
So Kathy, was it love at first sight?
I kind of think so.
Well, I liked him a lot at first sight, but I didn't.
When she's
know-
dragging her parents out of the
Well, I was the only one that.
So was your girlfriend and you fighting over him?
The girlfriend was not interested in the Chinese crew.
No, she liked the
Oh, the
second mate.
radio
She
man.
dated the second mate.
Who was the second mate?
PJ.
PJ. She did, right, she did date PJ, but boy, she wasn't gonna have anything to do with the Chinese.
So how long were you guys stuck in Vancouver?
3
2 months.
Explain that, 3.
2 months.
2 months.
They were
Explain
It
why.
was the 1971
got a big long
West Coast Longshore Strike. And
I was in her.
the modus operandi for British ships when they got in
It's
Australia or
impromptu,
New Zealand or South Africa or a lot of places was to phone hospitals
You
and
and Liam.
announce that there was a social
Well,
occasion.
I've got the, how
Planned
long?
for the evening.
Fills in, Mom, at
If
5
any of the
minutes.
nurses would care to join us,
Yeah, right. You want to meet girls.
more than happy to
See, they know
entertain
the oven better, remember?
and have an enjoyable social occasion.
We
They
just
got
want
a
to know
bunch of older couples.
buns hot.
They got a bunch of older
Right.
couples
So
coming.
when we did this, it wasn't the modus operandi in America. No, it wasn't that way. Anyway, we'd been there for a week or something, and we sort of ran out of money, so we phoned the hospital. Norma Hood answered the call, and we got a social occasion arranged where some persons perhaps a little bit older than we had in mind attended. And but we entertained in style. We bore no malice.
Scabs, it's just, you're
We carried on anyway, and in the course of the evening, somebody realized that perhaps the reasoning behind our kind invitation
Jolly.
was not to have elderly couples
Turkey.
frolic in the free booze.
I wasn't elderly.
Well, she can't
Well, my
catch her
30s.
dam anymore. She used to catch.
Relatively
I say.
elderly. Sorry. I forgot the word relatively. I do apologize.
I was in my 30s.
Hey, what? Yeah, 1970.
Was that like 1923?
No, he was born in 34.
Oh,
So this is 71, so you can figure out the math. No, I can't, but you can. So,
About 35.
but we did entertain. I think we entertained in style. I think we were very cordial, I believe.
Yeah, but it paid off. Yeah,
I
I
did.
mentioned my swimming pool, my house.
No. I know, but we didn't. I mean, it wasn't done with any. At that time, we didn't know anything. We just were being cordial for the sake of being cordial.
Yeah, well, it worked out.
We didn't say, "Do you have a swimming pool?" Therefore, I'll be nice to you. as I recall, we were just cordial.
I see.
And then Mrs. Hood decided that she would extend the invitation. She said to me, this isn't what you boys had in mind, is it? And so we're happy to entertain whoever. When we invite people for a social occasion, we're happy to entertain whoever shows up. It's total bullshit. But
It's like I didn't even know. I was just a poor little lamb.
But then finally, Miss Kathy Hood.
I'm having wine, don't worry.
Okay, that needs
You
to go off
definitely
now.
need
This
it?
is time for
Huh?
dinner.
What's she talking about?
Okay,
She said, Kathy, have some wine, you definitely need it. Anyway, so Kathy came down with her friend Mary Cheeling,
Yeah, she leave.
nice young lady. And unfortunately, it was a little bit late in the evening for Andrew to be totally social because unfortunately people have been spiking my drinks again, which I really did not appreciate.
You're mixing your own, huh?
So I was somewhat destroyed, and but I did make an arrangement,
Well, we'll put those
and
on
I've been
plates.
told this on good authority, to meet up with the young lady the following day. And when she arrived, I may not have been prepared, and I may not have been recalled the actual
I can
invitation.
remember when we arrived, you were not prepared.
I was not prepared, but she was a striking young lady, and I'm sure that it was something that I would have said. Therefore, I didn't decline the invitation to pursue the evening's entertainment because it would have been unseemly.
What was that, Kathy?
Nothing, I'm getting dinner.
Everybody
Oh.
on the ship was watching you.
Check it. I don't walk around.
Your shipmates had their eye on you.
Let me see.
How so?
Well, I don't know, that's what we were told.
Really?
That lady was on the ship. The Australian couple.
A little bit more.
No. Not right.
Yes, I can't remember the name now.
Audrey,
Yeah,
Tom-
nice people.
Tom and-
Oh yeah, Tom and you're right. And I sailed them again later on with their two little daughters.
Yeah,
Another story.
yeah, they have real nice little kids. They all lived aboard.
Anyway, so Kathy came down with Don and Norma the following day, even though Don and Norma were very gracious because they'd contacted the flu. And
After a beer, though, I seemed to straighten up.
yes, it was amazing. It was amazing. The transformation. Fortunately, we did have medication on board in abundance. And they were able to resume normal service after about 3 doses, I think.
Williams helped things out.
Mike Williams was a great guy.
Yeah, he was. Okay.
Just to give you an idea, the captain of that ship was 29 years of age. We were a young bunch of chaps who were occasionally unruly, but
I met him later, you know. Captain.
oh, did you, John Derrick?
They're on another ship out of Terminal 4.
John Derrick, oh really?
Yeah, they were the same shipping company. So I went down at lunch hour when I was working switching. I went down, went aboard, and John was there, and they were getting ready for lunch, but he bought me a drink.
Was he a funny guy? Was he funny?
Yeah, but friendly, but
Oh, so sorry.
yeah. Then he did went aboard and had a drink. And then he said, well, we're dinner's on, we can go to dinner. Or whatever, lunch or whatever.
Yes. I saw something.
Anyway, so we were in port for
Isn't it rather
well, we-
hard to believe what she looked like?
about 5 weeks later. They were going to sail us up to Vancouver, BC to discharge our cargo. We went to Astoria, took water, and then they changed their minds and we came back up the Columbia River. So we went all the way down the Columbia River,
So we're
took
gonna
water in Astoria and came back. And
we're gonna put one tinfoil and one of these.
we were there about 2 months. And then we went to Vancouver,
My perfect
BC
grandchild is in there.
to load cow food for northern Japan.
Only one.
Kathy came up and visited with Bruce.
Yeah.
And we sailed from Vancouver, BC on October the 18th, 1971.
So Bruce didn't threaten to beat you up if you touched her?
He didn't need to do that because it was a platonic relationship. We were just very good friends.
I don't know, Bruce had a good time anyway. They put him up in the pilot's cabin
Yeah,
at night.
we treated Bruce right.
Yeah, pretty okay. He seemed to be quite happy. But anyway, we wouldn't let her go unless he was with her to be a chaperone.
Rightfully so.
Of course, it would be Andrew to get him 4 or 5 beers, and then he didn't have to worry about a chaperone.
Yeah, she has to get active. What nasty stuff's going on here?
Oh, I think it's time to eat dinner.
All right, turn it off.
I wasn't born under a
Quit
rock.
taking advantage of us.